Yeah, good morning. Today is 20th of August, year 2022 at 2:49 a.m. in the morning. Okay, the Trinity now wearing white. I see them standing in front of TV. They say they have a few things they would like to share. Let's see what the Trinity would like to share. Okay, now I see a vision of the Father, right? Okay, a green board, right? And the Father is wearing white robe facing me, standing on my right, right? And Jesus is wearing a white robe on my left, facing the green board and using a white chalk, start to write things on the green board as I saw the Father spoke. Then I see Jesus write 7 things on the green board. Okay, 7 things. Okay, so I see Jesus write 7 things on the green board. And I heard 7 things to expect on the days and the weeks or months ahead. And I heard more in weeks ahead or days ahead. So I saw Jesus write number 1, right? As I'm hearing, I'm also seeing the vision. I heard floods are coming to Singapore, and I saw, in fact, Singapore's circumference of the land. I see the water coming in from the surrounding sea area, like the water are coming in, coming in. I heard floods are coming to Singapore. Next, when I heard this concurrently, I'm seeing a vision like 360-degree, imagine on the island of Singapore. The water are folding in, like coming in like this, like coming in, like this, coming in. And then I saw a giant Jesus pointing towards, Korea, right? Seoul City, right? The MRT, right? Then he was giant Jesus pointing towards the MRT, right? Then now I'm seeing a scene on the staircase going down to the basement of the MRT in Seoul. They take the picture on the Telegram Channel News Asia, right? Then I saw the water went in. I see that scene now, Jesus standing in front of Seoul City, pointing towards the MRT where the staircase going to the underground to take the train, right? Then the water got in. I saw giant Jesus pointing towards that subway station with the water coming down into the staircase, into the thing. And I heard this may happen to Singapore. If you are not careful and let your foot slip in any days. And I heard, for example, if that day you are lack of allegiance. And I see the word written on the TV as I was staring at the TV, every country must be hit. If they don't have righteous men to protect it. Righteous men, the definition of righteous man is equal to Jesus right on the green board, 100% allegiance to the Trinity in Shekinah and Jesus and Kerubim. And I heard same thing will happen to KL, Peninsula, Malaysia, and west coast of Malaysia, of Malaysia. That means Sabah, Sarawak. East Malaysia. East Malaysia, yeah. I see the word on the TV, expect heavy rainfall in Singapore. And I heard lah. Remember flood will come before tsunami? Last week 2 weeks ago got talk about that, right?
Yes.
That you send the flood first before the tsunami, right? Then I see a vision, the wave that come into the seashore, at first it's a small wave, that's called flood, written on the wave, understand? Land, the higher wave is called tsunami. So before the tsunami come in, the lower wave has the word flood written on it. They come from the seashore in the vision. And I see the word on the TV as I'm staring at the TV, a precursor to mega tsunami. Flood is a precursor to mega tsunami. I heard the flood will come in first to see how ready you are for tsunami. Understand?
Yes.
Flood, a lot of car already flooded already.
Yes.
Huh? All the city of the world. China, Australia, Tokyo, I saw Korea, right? Europe, America, Middle East. In fact, almost every continent. So I saw number 1. That means just now there is still part 1. Okay, now Jesus wrote on the green board number 2. I heard more lives will be terminated even before the tsunami come. And I heard share about what my husband shared with me. Okay, my husband shared with me 2-3 days ago, just last week, within 1 week. One of the City Harvest Church in Singapore, the 36-year-old single lady who used to attend the cell group, now left to join another cell group, suddenly have a heart attack, all of a sudden, like chest pain. Then we asked the family to bring him to hospital, but the family they think it's just a small thing. Then after that, she collapsed. And then when they sent her to the hospital, right, she cannot be rescued already, died on the spot. 36 years old, like no sickness, no nothing. Suddenly a chest pain. And then within the same week, he told me it's from the same cell group. One of the cell members' father, like 84 years old, was very healthy. Suddenly, like the leg artery got a little bit of block. Then the doctor suggests take the artery from the thigh, right, and put on the lower, below the kneecap. The artery is being blocked. He said if not, the leg, the circulation affected will become black. So during the operation, it's just a minor operation only, very minor operation. When the doctor operated, right, then what happened is the surgery was, according to what my husband shared with me, was prolonged. Then what happened is it became a blood poisoning. The surgery turned into a blood poisoning. The blood become poison. And then after that, the man just died. It's a very minor, non-dangerous surgery, and then so common, and then died. Then what I saw is, for the first case, right, about 36 years old, I saw Shaddai in Jesus, wearing white robe, was axing a tree by her face. you know, cutting down. I saw the word lukewarm Christian written on the TV, lukewarm Christian. Okay? And I see a vision of Jesus vomit this lukewarm Christian, this girl out from his mouth. Come out. Okay, when he vomit this girl out from his mouth, I see the word on the TV, vomit equal to life taken away. When God say, I will spit you out from my mouth, if you are neither hot nor cold, that means God will take away your life. Understand? If you are neither hot nor cold, lukewarm lah. Okay? And then for the 84-year-old man, I saw during the operation, the mentor was there and sucked away the chi lah. And Shaddai was there also to harvest the soul lah. I saw the heady ship was above these two persons' house. Huh? Understand? Understand?
Yes.
Also, it's just within 1 week there is 2 deaths lah. And then after that he tell me he start to look about life lah. It's so fragile. He start to relook about his life lah. That is so fragile. And I told him, God already tell me he's going to take away 90% life of Christians. These are mainly lukewarm Christians. He's going to take away 90% of Christians worldwide, I heard. God is going to take away. That means God is going to take away means he's going to vomit out. He's going to vomit out. Spit out, right? Those neither hot nor cold, the lukewarm Christian worldwide. Out from his stomach, right? It means he's going to take away, right, 90% of Christians' life worldwide. These are mainly under the category, Jesus write the word on the green board, lukewarm, and then circle it. Understand now?
Yes.
Okay? So you don't expect a 36-year-old single, right? Healthy, nothing, suddenly just chest pain and then just collapse and died. No second chance, no warning, no nothing, right? But I see the girl's photo when he showed me, see the nose here quite distorted. I think it's quite defiled. Like you see the nose there got a bit like it's distorted looking. It's like, you know, it's a spirit inside. Huh? Amen? Okay, so now I see Jesus right, point number 3, right? 3, just now was 2. Point number 3. I heard more death were happening worldwide and those around you. I heard do not be dismayed when that happen. Because all these things must happen. As you are living in the last days. Didn't I say judgment must come? And it must start in our house first, followed by the rest of the Christendom, followed by the rest of the world. Therefore, take heed, take heed, take heed. I saw Jesus write it on the green board with the exclamation mark. Okay, on each of these letters, take heed, take heed, take heed. And I heard it means your distant relative, your not so close relative, you will also witnessing their passing away very soon. And I heard again, remember our judgment must start from our house. Followed by the Christendom and the rest of the world. So, It's already happened to the Christendom, right?
Yes.
Now I see the black box just now in part on the dessert, right? Full of surprises, right? I saw inside there is a coffin. The black box is a coffin. Understand now? Because Jose was asking me why black box, right? But actually now I'm seeing the vision. The black box superimposed is a black coffin. Why black coffin? I heard because we have arise in Shekinah. And our vengeance has started vigorously. Upon our household, upon the rest of the Christendom, and upon the world. I heard. I see this word being typed up. Therefore, be on your guard. Be on your guard. Be on your guard. Alert. 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 Okay, number 4. Jesus wrote on the green board. 7 things, right? I see the word written on the TV. Your foes and your enemy will be punished severely. Now I see this word on the TV, very severe with 3 exclamation marks. So severe that you will even shake. I heard God say your hair will stand up when you heard the news when it happened. You will send a chill to your spine. Spinal cord, I see this word. On how our judgment will be executed on them. I see this word written on the TV, mark my open close bracket our word. Then the Trinity now stand in front of the TV wearing white robe, holding 3 white board with the word, we swear, we swear, we swear. Now number 5. I see the word Jesse Yap written on the TV. And I see the word on the TV, those who left us and blaspheme us. And I see this word written on the TV, our vengeance shall be unleashed on them. And I heard to a lesser extent with Thomas and Jeremiah's allegiance, shield to protect her to a certain extent. On Jesse Yap. But to those who without shield to protect, this category of people, their severe judgment will be very terrible, I heard. I see the word written on the TV, the week of mourning has arrived. Mourning, you know, mourning, crying, has arrived. I heard, why are we having less meeting these days? Because I heard more things are happening. We are having less meeting these days because more things are happening. Understand? I see the word, no meeting equal to things happening. I heard next week no meeting, it'll be a week of mourning. And I heard we will have meeting every alternate week from now onwards. Because there will be a lot of death all over. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
No beating is for you to consolidate yourself, I heard.
Yes.
I heard 1 week meeting, 1 week consolidation of yourself. 1 week meeting, 1 week consolidation of yourself. Consolidation of yourself. That means the week there is no meeting, you're supposed to consolidate yourself. Reflect on the teaching and then consolidate yourself. Put yourself together, put your socks up. And make sure you take it and walk on it. Understand? Trinity, stand here with the 3 whiteboard in front of TV. That's right, that's right, that's right. Fine, now it's point number 6, right? I see the word Paul and Hannah written on the TV now. See the word on the TV, demise soon. Now I'm seeing a vision of Shaddai wearing red robe, right? Axing 2 trees in the forest. First tree pour on the right, and the next to it, call Hannah, the tree. So when Shaddai chop, he chopped 2 trees in one single swing of a sword. I see this word written on the TV, be prepared for it as well. And I see the word on the TV, and Abraham, and those who left us for the world. All these people left us for the world, left God for the world, left the Trinity, and Shekinah and Jesus for the world. I see this word written on the TV, mark my open close bracket, our words. And now the TV stand in front, Trinity stand in front of the TV holding 3 whiteboard, we swear, we swear, we swear. Okay, now I saw Jesus write on the green board, number 7. Point number 7. Okay, I see a vision of Jesus wearing white robe. Releasing a decree to black skeleton, black hooded. And I see this word written on the TV, Hades, Shaddai, angel of death. And I see from heaven release a lot of black crows. Hey, hoo-yah. I see the word bad omen written on the TV. Now I'm seeing a vision of the whole globe covered with a black cloth. Now a black cloth covered the globe. A black cloth. A black cloth. Imagine this globe, right? Here, this globe. Yeah, a black cloth cover the entire globe. Cover the whole globe. Cover it. Okay? Earlier on was releasing a black crow, right? Then the next scene is the black cloth covering the whole globe. Okay? Now I see a vision of, the Channel News Asia Telegram say that Singapore, this few weeks, is going to be heavy shower thunderstorm, right? I remember seeing that message. Now I just see a vision of that message. Remember forecast? I see this word on the TV, like intermittent raining non-stop these few weeks. Intermittent. Intermittent means what? Oh, shower stop, right? Then it will continue again, right? Then it will stop, intermittent. On off like that. Continuous. I heard this will test How Singapore will hold the water when we send the flood? Singapore have the word open close bracket. Those who are allegiant to us in the Trinity and Shekinah. See how your allegiance will hold the flood. You know? You understand? I heard this is a litmus test when we send the tsunami. How badly Singapore will be hit, and Malaysia, and the neighboring country. When we send the flood before the tsunami. Understand?
Yes.
The Trinity stand in front of TV with the 3 whiteboard. That's all.
I think what I received when Shekinah said they saw the crow cover the earth, right?
Cover the entire group with
The
the
word
black cloth.
crow is called Orab. Never mind. So
Bad omen.
bad omen. So actually Isaiah 60
Point John to the TV. Change it the TV to. If you are sleepy, please slap yourself. Blow horn, talk command, cleanse yourself. Because sometimes certain things, Trinity in me talk may be offensive to you in your snakes. So if you don't talk command to cast it out, you feel sleepy because of the black smoke inside. Understand? Then whenever you march, you will come out already. Don't doze off. Because when you sleep, you show your leg are allegiant. That's why you sleep. Understand? The spirit inside. How can very crucial announcement you sleep, right?
Okay. Isaiah 60 lah. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Yahweh, Trinity, Shekinah, and KDV, is risen upon thee. So the word risen is actually radiating lah. Radiate lah. Break fall lah. Shine lah. Irradiate lah. Shoot fall lah. Like the sun lah. Rise, sun of righteousness. So the theme is always there lah. Will shine upon you lah. The sun of righteousness will shine upon you. Behold, the darkness will cover the earth lah. Correct? And gross darkness okay, never mind. I just want to say. And gross darkness, the people. Bad omen, correct? The crow, right?
Yes.
But the Yahweh, Trinity, Shekinah, Jews and KDV minus 12, he radiated, like the sun of righteousness shall shine upon you, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy irradiating. Lift up thy eyes round about and see, all they gather themselves together. They will come to thee. Who is thee? Zion. Okay. Thy son shall come from far, and thy daughter shall be nursed at thy side. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged. Because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of a Gentile shall come unto thee. The multitude of camels shall cover thee. Dromedaries of Median and Alpha, of thee from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense. They shall show forth the praises of the Yahweh. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on my altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. Yeah. Who are these that fly as cloud witnesses, and as the anointed one doth to the windows? Surely the isle shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first to bring thy sons from far from their silver and their gold unto them, unto the name of the Yahweh, the God and the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up the walls, and the king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I will smoke thee, and in my favor have I mercy upon thee. Therefore thy gate of Zion, shall be opened continually, and they shall not be such day and night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentile, and their kings may be brought. For nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, the box tree, to beautify the place of my sanctuary. I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflict thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the sole of thy feet. And they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Okay? Where else thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generation. Thou shalt also suck the milk of Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings. Thou shalt know that I, the Yahweh, am the Savior and the Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. For brass I will bring gold, for iron I will bring silver, for wood brass, and for stone iron. I will also make thy officer peace, and thy executors righteousness. Violence shall be no more heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders, but thou shalt call thy gate, the wall salvation, and thy gate praise. Sun shall no more thy light by day, nor brightness shall the moon get lights unto thee, but the Yahweh shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory. The sun shall no more go down, and neither thy moon withdraw itself. Shall thy moon withdraw itself, for the Lord shall be the everlasting light, and the day of mourning shall be ended. Thy people also shall be all righteous, they shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may glorify thee. A little one shall become 1,000, small one a strong nation, and I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. So this is what God is doing. The more darkness, the more obvious the glory of God will be. Okay, so throughout the whole theme, today meeting, it's always the Son of Righteousness shall arise to radiate, and then all your enemy will be under your feet. This is the theme, you understand? So this the last part is the same theme. Isaiah 60. As the world is covered with darkness, bad omen, the glory and the presence of God, or whatever has been prophesied, whatever that God wants to do, God will put us up. Understand? So that there will be a gathering of God's people also. Understand? Because God is going to manifest his presence. His presence is always manifest when everything is in darkness, Correct? Bad things, Bad omen. People do not know what to do, Correct? They will seek God, They will seek God for answer, because they already with end. Correct? So in the end, God will lift his representative up. That these are the representative of God. You understand? Whatever solution, what's happening on earth, what is happening is the doing of God, Lord. God's presence coming down. His times of endurance is already finished already. It's the day of the Yahweh, day of darkness, day of luminous. Correct? So this is exactly the whole theme. God is, you see, God is never too early or too late. He makes things beautiful at his time. So it's for us to take heed of what God is saying, but don't put God in a box as if they know everything. You understand? We do not know everything. God tells us in parts. It's for us to hold on to the vision that God has shown, but not to simplify and then that's it, You understand? If we know everything, we are more like God, right? Right? We are not God like God. You understand? God only talk to us in parts, and that part itself keep us to hold on to the vision. You understand? What God has spoken in your life, or what is spoken about the world, about what He's going to do, whether it's a new thing called a renewal in our days, that we will sit in the throne as the anointed one and the king. All these things, these are the vision. You must hold on to the vision. You understand? By faith, Correct. So this is important, that this is how God will expect us to live our life. We live by faith, not by sight, right? So don't keep on observing. Never come. Don't worry. You always remember, it will come. That's all. It will come. So you are very settled. So what are you going to do? You have to be more prepared. That's all. Because it will come like a thief. So don't suddenly say, I'm not prepared. Correct? You understand? We are prepared. So when it comes, it's not a shock anymore. You understand? God, I know I'm expecting. I'm waiting. You understand? You won't be shocked. You won't be surprised. People who are surprised because they never think of it. You understand? Or so shocked, so surprised. Suddenly come. Nothing to be surprised, correct? God already spoken already. You just have to take it to heart, that's all. Correct? Just like Mary, Correct? See that your son is going to Messiah, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that Mary had to struggle very long? 30 years left, because the Messiah haven't come out yet, or 30 years left. Correct? Still remain a simple boy, correct? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but take it to heart, that's all. It come, it will come, Why we struggle to make it come to pass? Why you struggle that it still haven't come? Don't you struggle, you be at peace. Be settled, be settled. So that you don't need to be so anxious, That's So if it come tomorrow, the flood, so what? You're redeemed, right? We're not surprised, right? Right. So whatever God is speaking, we just have to take it, Okay? So we shouldn't be any more offended, Correct. I already say already, whether it comes today, tomorrow, or next month, or next year, that makes no difference to me.
Yeah.
It will come, that's all. So you don't believe me, it's up to you, right?
Yes.
Why so bothered? Correct. At peace, you can laugh at me, but sooner or later it will come. Then who's the one who have the last laugh? Correct now? We are prepared. You are prepared. You're not prepared, correct? We are prepared. You understand? We are more at peace, correct? They are Gabra, not prepared. Every day also not prepared, right? You understand? So what if the flood came? We are not shaken. That's more important. In fact, God gave us a lot of time, right? It's early to know, prepared in advance. Correct. Just like the flood came after 120 years. For Noah. But he's prepared, you understand? Every day he's prepared, you understand? When it comes, it doesn't matter. When it comes suddenly,
Just get all the animals to enter the ark.
he's prepared already. You understand? He's prepared already. And strange enough, the show 2012, they also shoot the goat and the elephant. They're trying to follow like the Noah Ark, 2012, all the elephant.
Preserve the species.
I see. Correct. The show tell us something, you understand? The flood is going to come, you understand? Okay.
Jose, Jesus pass the mic to you. Go down and share.
is carnal mindedness versus spiritual mindedness. Okay. That I have physically experienced it. The contrast means the difference reflected on your body. Okay, that when I was carnal mindedness, when I was doubt and unbelief. I'm
Doubt and unbelief, when he is doubt and unbelief.
referring to, let's say, 1 month ago, when things happening, for example, my work and other things that all come up together is create a kind of is emotional disturbance, emotional turmoil. Okay, also doubts and unbelief. So as of time, I can feel that I have physically no much energy. Seems there's no energy to work. But once I was confined, I was to know where I'm wrong. Then I was recovered by Trinity, SHEKINAIH, and KTV. I felt that it seems much different. I can feel that I have energy come back. I feel that I have clear mind. I have felt that I have the hope restored. Because I realize the hope is very important. When in sense and doubts and belief, the hope that you are looking into the future seems dwindling. So this causes you kind of unclear. It seems the black smoke cover your eyes, or in front of you is all the darkness. But once you clear out, I feel that it seems so easy. I feel that the body, everything is so light and clear. For example, I have kind of 6 o'clock in my mind. Due to some of the, for example, the container was dark. For 1 year, I have a lot of questions to ask. So why this and why that, and also many other issues. Then at that time, SHEKINAIH give to me the 7 accusations, 7 from the enemy, or 7 the weakness stronghold I still have. I can read out. Referring to this 7 point. It's the first thing is the straight hand too fast. The straight hand too fast means I give the word. Promise somebody else a certain sense is too fast. I read this all the 7 points. The second is proud and haughty, overconfidence. Number 3 is point of finger accuse Trinity, SHEKINAIH, and KTV. Number 4, great presumptuous, which is evil, mother of all evil, and also the too competitive, too calculative.
Too calculative.
Yeah. Number 6.
Too computational.
Yeah. Number 6.
Miscalculate.
Yeah, miscalculate. Wise in my own eyes. Number 6. Number 7. Contact us in SHEKINAIH.
Contest us in SHEKINAIH.
Yeah. Because it's actually, if summarize all the points, I think it's still the presumptuous, carnal mindedness also, and contest and the point finger toward Trinity, SHEKINAIH. Okay, and it's most important is this contact us in the Shekinah.
Contest us.
Because you see, because of this is actually because it create the most, I mean, black book in the whole room. I mean, most of it's because of contact us.
Oh, because that day, right, God tell me about tsunami, right? Cannot come until you are 100% allegiant, right? Because God need the earth factor to be 100% allegiant, right? For the light to explode, right? Heaven decree, hell will release, but the earth factor need to have 100% allegiant so that all merge will explode in light. Adonai will create the situation to happen, right? But then Jose was standing, remember sitting here, say impossible to be perfected, remember? We shut a very strong contesting tone, very strong emotional. And when that happened, straight away I saw all the Satanists and witches surrounding the entire room, all their hair stand up, 90 degree, and then all of them write a lot of black book. Wow, every one of them like row and rows of surrounding all the like amphitheater of black Satanists and witches writing all the black book and then compile one whole entire room of black book. Okay. Then Jose continue from there.
Yes, because I felt that the testing is no end, so it's create kind of this contest, this kind of everything that I said I now testing, kind of it's really offensive. I mean, even when I heard the word testing, it's quite offended in my mind already, because it's some I mean. But when I come to the sober mind, I mean, I really felt that it's necessary. It's necessary to have such kind of things, especially when now say that by the end of the year we are all perfected. We should be all perfected. But in order to perfect it, it must create a situation. I mean, create a kind of environment, a kind of strife. I mean, in such kind of things, how do you respond? I mean, you see, it makes so dramatic. I mean, that everyone asks that knows that it's coming in, but not. Then how do we respond? I mean, if we can overcome this kind of dramatic things that happening in this block, the stumbling block in front of we, I mean, we more or less, I believe we are already perfected. Because I believe so. I mean, I keep thinking, I mean, let's say if it's already, for me, it's already upon this point of time, I already think it's almost finished. Yet, there's so big offenses. As once I overcome it, once I come out with peace and joy, I mean, I felt that actually there's nothing in the world that's still able to hold me back or still, how do I say, still that shakes me. Because I already overcome this kind of so biggest stumbling block. I mean, I really don't think even in my, I mean, most downcast time, when I thinking, recall, reflect all everything, I realize actually I would come to the conclusion that there's meaningless in the world except to follow God, except there's a purpose in my life. I give up this hope. And my life is a joke. It's totally meaningless. I mean, there's no point for me to even to live in this world, because I mean, I have never pursued kind of a so-called money, power, whatever issue in my life. It's my own purpose is to fulfill my destiny. So that when I come to this point, I felt that actually, I think there's nothing to hold me back. There's nothing able to shake me. And even when I'm in situation, I still come to peace and joy. I mean, I mean, I felt that I not say I'm already perfect. Of course, I still have preassumptions, miscalculations, so called, and so forth. But towards the biggest point is that the Trinity, Shekinah, Jesus, and the allegiance, the peace and joy in the midst of all the trials, everything happened. I believe I already overcome this. I believe I already overcome this. As long as I overcome this, all the rest are small issues, because the grace, the energy, the spirit will make me to patch up my so-called by all the weakness. As always, you see, Thanksgiving patch up all the flaws of my character. So that actually I felt that as nowadays I seldom to so-called angry or in the emotional turbulence. I realize sometimes previously I also have, because certain issues easily angers me because certain things. Sometimes I also regret why I'm so angry, or how to make things better. But now I realize I seldom kind of have such kind of issues. When I realize that it's a grace of God, it's a grace of God. Because I'm physically I'm kind of emotional, easily being emotional. But I realize that I'm not that kind of emotional, no matter what things happening, except since because of certain sense of my work was affected me. But once I come out of it, I realize that nothing that will really angers me, really kind of things that really angers me. Because when I do so, for example, when I do so in the certain it's definitely because my spiritual mind not strong enough yet. Not strong enough yet. For example, last time I was angry with Paul. I shot at Paul. At the time also even shot back at me. Okay, this one of course is his mistake, but also for my learning. Okay, why at that time I was so easily being angry? Because somehow I was default some part. But of course, it's for both for his learning also, for his obedience also. He feel test. But for me, for my part, I realized that when you reach kind of a stage, you can control the situation. Even sometimes you are angry. The angry you know that may not be yourself. It's sometimes the God's angry, and you even able to differentiate between the two. So that I felt that everything is learning experience. Everything is learning experience, and I need the grace of God. If no grace of God, I won't able to come out of it. Whenever I downcast, whenever I was stumbled, okay, it's always Trinity, Shekinah, Jesus, and Victory to recover me, to shoot the word that comes from the mouth, really like two-edged sword, to divide soul and spirit, the bones and marrow. So the vision, the word, even I know it. For example, when they share this word to me, I know the listeners they are speaking to, because I can also speaking this to others, because it's all still the basic principle, right? Basic principle that which we learn, which I believe I can also talking to others through the same thing. But when I was in the second stage, I thought I know, and whatever they say, I already heard of it. But when I sit down, I listen to them talking, the word that come from us is life. Even I know the words, that's what they are speaking, but still the word with life is with the energy. I realized the energy that's as they speak, I felt that when every word that from their mouth is giving me the energy, and I was getting better. I was better. So this is what we say the spirit of is truth life. How do you know it's truth life? How do you know it's knowledge of good and evil? Whenever the words give you life, give you energy, know that it's truth. It's always keep me going. That always lead me to believe, keep going because it is life. I felt I have life. I felt that I was become alive. Otherwise, I felt that my purpose, my destiny was clear, was restored. Otherwise, I felt that almost seemed as kind of died because when you are felt there's no hope, you're almost dead. I felt that. When you have that, there's no hope. Actually, you are good as that because what's purpose in your life? Still living in this earth. But when you realize that you have this destiny, and from their mouth you know it's true. Yeah, you are alive. You are alive. So it's not by physical environment, but by something that this is right or this is wrong. By it's the life-giving force. Yeah, you make you believe, make you to work this far, make you to continue hold on to what I share.
Okay, bravo, Sherry. Okay, just add a few points to his sharing on what God revealed on this black book thing. It's for the learning of every one of you, in case you also sometimes, I think, silently also contest in your heart. Understand? It's important that I share the consequences based on what God had revealed on Hosea, right? On the 7th point. On one point is he was sharing, right, when he was strongly contesting. Remember, it's impossible to be perfected, right? Before tsunami come, he says impossible. He was speak with such a detest or contesting tone, because it was challenging actually, right? Then at that point, I told him to repent, right? Because I know the consequences are severe. Even though, there's sometimes I ask you all to repent. If you all don't do it seriously, really the consequences is very severe. I tell you how severe the consequences, okay? Just for your learning, so that you do not need to go through yourself. You learn from those above you who have gone through, and you know there's a spiritual law, and whatever God say come to pass. Remember, I think 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, I said, right, whether you believe or not, it will still come to pass, right? Once a Trinity make an announcement about what is going to happen, right? Whether you believe or not, it will still come to pass. But if you don't believe, then you have to pay a heavy price for your unbelief. When it comes to pass, you have to suffer the consequences of your sowing, right? Of unbelief, and then you still continue to do what God tell you not to do, right? It will still come to pass for you, right? So when Hosea was strongly contesting, remember God taught in Yahweh Sabaoth Advanced Training, remember? All the things, right, with all the Bible verses and all that, right, regarding your heart, your thoughts, your feeling, right? And then your emotion, your speech, right? It must not contradict the Trinity in Shekinah, right? Remember, anything that contradict God, give all the Bible verses, right? All will be judged, right? All got consequences, right? Remember? And what happened is, also that moment he was, remember we were having this, even inside Heaven broadcast, so got his voice whispering, but because it's far, you cannot catch what he's talking. But inside there, I was saying that, I say, if you're not ready, it will still happen, but the consequences will be very severe, right? Correct? Remember I say that? But on the audience, in the background, they don't know what he was talking. Basically, he was contesting me. So what happened is, during that contesting, all the Satanists, right, in the amphitheater that's surrounding us, like you can see layer in the circle, all hair stand up, when he contests is such strong. They also shocked, Wow, they all quickly, I see them all write all the black book, wow, all quickly write. After that, compose one entire room. Then what happened is then God will say that things will happen, remember? God said mishap, right? You will either have mishap, or you have headache, or you have migraine, right? So sometimes he and David will have migraine or headache lah when they have contradicting thought, right? But then and then mishap, what happened? Mishap. So host usually experience the mishap. Immediately after the sharing that week itself, he suddenly his ship was being hold back. I think one of them was for 1 year, right? Then after that, and then come out the bill. One of them was like 20,000 fine, right? Correct. Then after that, within the same week, the got a 50,000 US dollar fine, because they hold back the ship. The longer they hold back, right, then the higher the fine, right? Then I told him that his ship and himself was actually being barricaded using a fishnet. Then I saw the devil got charges against him, and then God gives the 7 reasons why actually the devil have charges against him lah. Barricade his ship lah, because he agreed too fast, and then he calculate, and then he miscalculate, because he overlook all the details. Understand? He calculate, but he overlook all the details. That's why a lot of things he agree with the people too fast. He never think of all the details. In the end, a lot of like you think this money can enough, but actually you never think of all the details. The devil lie in all the details, so it end up, right? So a lot of problem, right? Yeah. So and certain deal, because for example, you never check with God in me, right? Trinity in me, whether is it from God, whether you can accept. Common sense, it makes sense, we provide better service for the customer, right? All these are just common sense, right? True? If somebody willing, you straight away take, right, without even considering, because it's like, it so makes sense, right? So, but that is actually from the enemy. So, and as the enemy send this trick, seems like a blessing, like the company seems like very big, like corporate, like helping, in the Malaysia side, but actually I saw as a big snake, actually, trying to swallow Hosea up. Understand? And then what happened is then because of the black room of books, black books created, right? So what happened is his shipment, then the devil barricade all his shipment, all his ship and him in the fishnet, right? And he say, okay, this one just need 20,000. Okay, we have all this black room. Okay, we just take 10 books out. Okay, now use 10 black books to block his shipment so that it cannot go through. Okay, and it will cost him $20,000 fine. Okay, and then after that, next shipment, you see, then I saw the bad devil say, okay, now this one need about 20 books. Okay, now 25 books. Now use this. So I saw 15 books, right? 15 books, we use that and then block this next shipment and then fine him 50,000 US. And then I saw after that the remaining books actually it's in front of Hosea, there is one big hole of a pit, like a big hole, like a 大坑it's a big hole, like just in front of him, and his eye was covered with a black cloth. Black cloth usually is carnal-mindedness. Let's see in the spirit. And then it's about only a few steps away, I saw the remaining book, the devil is planning to fine him $1 million. $1 million. I saw. The black book total, the devil can use it to block his the other shipment, will cause him to lose $1 million. You understand? So God, the devil have all this plot, because why? The deal wasn't come from God, it come from Satan, God tell me. Because it's just like Thomas the other day. Like he was asking me, remember about the biscuit company? It actually is a very big company, public listed. And if we take the deal, they will have very high audit fee, you understand? But last year go into receivership, right? And God said if he didn't consult the Trinity in me and Trinity B didn't expose to him, says from the devil, he would have lost $1 million ringgit today. Like last year, So this thing is the same with Hosea, because he didn't consult, because it makes common sense, business sense, dollar and cents, right? Calculate. I saw in his mind, in Hosea's mind, is computational. But after that, miscalculate, you understand? You can calculate, but you miss out all the details, you miscalculate. Because the devil always lies in all the details that you don't see one. Because you don't 想得很详细, right? You only think of the profit, you never think of what happened if things happen, right? You never think of the cost involved, right? Right? So whatever it is, just to let you know how dangerous it is when you have contesting thoughts towards the Trinity in Shekinah. That means in your heart, right, you have detesting or contesting thoughts. You're not detesting me, you're detesting God himself. You understand or not? When you detest the Trinity in Shekinah, means you detest the Trinity that is in Shekinah. You're not detesting me, because it's not I who talk, it is they who talk through me. Right or not? Then you detest them. Then what? Then what will happen? That means you have no advocate. Then now you detest me, you stand on the devil's side, right? So the devil will hold you in custody and then create a lot of black books, and then will create havoc and block all your blessings and create loss for you and rob you. True? Because you don't have protection, You detest the one who protected you, right? So where is your protection? Correct? If you contradict with the Trinity in Shekinah, means you agree with the devil, right? Carnal mind is the devil, right? So you stand with the devil's side, the devil will sure rob you, That's the reason God tell you all must be 100% allegiance, right? Because not allegiance means you're allegiance to the devil, You're allegiance to your carnal mind, means allegiance to the devil, because the devil control your carnal mind, through your knowledge and good and evil. You allegiance to your rational thinking, your logical thinking, means you're allegiance to the devil through your knowledge and good and evil. He control that food and he is controlling you, right? So if you don't allegiance to Trinity in Shekinah in the spiritually mindedness, means you're allegiance to your carnal mindedness, which means you're allegiance to the devil, right? It's either allegiance to God or allegiance to the devil. God means the Trinity in Shekinah. See the word on the TV, God equal to Trinity in Shekinah. You understand or not? It's a spiritual thing. It's nothing personal it's a spiritual law. Understand? So God need to, you as the sons of God, be very clear on the spiritual law so that you will not transgress on the spiritual law and get yourself and everything under you into trouble, including all the nations and all the countries. You understand? Because human beings are so narrow-minded, always think of so small thing, always think of like Melissa just calculate, not practical, how do housework, and then, just doesn't justify. It's always like accountant, it's always cost-benefit analysis. It's always ignoring all the spiritual aspect. It's always practical, practical is what? Abound, fall back into the carnal world, into Hades, basically. Carnal world, remember, is Hades. You're not in heaven, though. Whenever you think carnal thought, practical thoughts, you're actually in hell. You're never in heaven, because in heaven is a spiritual mind. Spiritual mind think things differently from the carnal world. Carnal world is practical, earthbound. And there's a tree of knowledge and good and evil. And there's calculation, computational. Understand? So this lesson is very vital for every one of you. How many of you afford to lose $1 million? It's a big thing, you understand or not? It's a big thing because God already said He will permit things to happen mishap. And God tell me, all these fines are called mishap. Okay? So within that week, God announced, within that week, it happens. When God announced means He's going to approve Satan to have, He's going to approve Satan to do it already. So if you don't believe, you still test and go boundary, then you get burned. You have to learn the hard way, right? And then please, if you're superior, you learn already, don't go and test yourself and then you risk your own life. Later lost one leg, lost one limb. Whatever, not worth it, right? True? Straight, right? So you must always learn from those above you. Agree?
Yes.
Is it sharing good? So Hoshe is Hoshe is in the business world, so he will experience a lot more real life incident compared to people who are not in the business world. So people like Thomas, like Jeremiah, like James, every one of you can relate, right? True, because you also can have this kind of thoughts. Remember or not? And then it will affect your work, affect your deals, that the cases under you not so smooth. Understand? Always got problem because why? You have alternative thoughts, You understand? You don't agree in your mind, You struggle, you contest, So then you have opponent, you oppose God, then the devil oppose you, lor. It's simple as that, right? Because if you oppose God means you stand with the devil, So the devil, when he have you, he will oppose you, True? Understand now? Got it, Thomas?
Yes.
Those subtle thoughts are very powerful, We don't underestimate them, These subtle thoughts, they create events, It create huge consequences and huge losses, I heard, Those subtle thoughts, don't ignore them, reject them and get it out. Don't silently entertain them and keep quiet and keep your peace and still have the thoughts. A problem won't go away, When you have the thought, then the devil with that thought is in you. Having that thought and you don't get the devil out, he's in you, he's going to oppose you. And it's going to get you into trouble and everyone under you, you know. So keeping your peace is not good enough. You must cast them out. You understand? Must have joy. Remember, break through the peace and joy. You must have joy. Joy is the step number 9 before your breakthrough number 10. Okay? Understand? You cannot have peace with a long face. No? There's no joy. How to have your breakthrough? Understand? So never, because when you are in hell, you always have a long face, very dark face one. You can see the hell atmosphere is like that, all very solemn and very sad and very very downcast. Understand? Heaven is all peace and joy. There's no downcast spirit in heaven. It's all in hell. Heaven is all celebration, but hell is all death. It's all mourning. Understand or not? Okay? Amen? Amen. Trinity stand here with the 3 whiteboard. Indeed. Okay? Okay, Trinity applaud and all the cloud witnesses applaud. Okay? Okay, you want to say something? Okay, go ahead.
For the past few weeks, God has been reminding me about this seriousness of allegiance. Okay? From my personal view, from my personal experience, take me some time to learn what is true allegiance. Because when, just now what Trinity Shekinah has spoken, right? Evil imagination, evil thoughts, subtle one. Never speak out one. Okay. Allegiance, the definition of allegiance is loyalty. Okay? So loyalty and support. So loyalty and support for a ruler. So for a country, for a group, for a belief. So loyalty or support means that whatever happened, you'll still stand by them. You understand? That's loyalty, you understand? So if you see movie, you will know that the general is very loyal one, How also whether if the emperor want him to die, he will die one. Correct? Very like 君要我死不能不死的 Then loyal one, regardless whether right or wrong decision, he still will be loyal. You understand? You understand? So what is allegiance? Allegiance means loyalty. So how allegiant are we? As far as God is concerned, the loyalty to Trinity, Shekinah, and Trinity are very, very important because it represents the loyalty to God Himself. Can you understand? Yeah. So the black books that is through Shekinah vision regarding Hosea, the black books, the enemy is taking all the black books, whatever he's contesting, It's a very serious thing I just realized. You understand? Because we can have the word, but when the real thing comes, through experience, that's where the real revelation is. Knowledge is knowledge, but real revelation is when you learn through people's life or your life, you understand? Experience, and then from there you understand the mystery of the words itself. You understand? So the mystery of the words is actually the bird of the air. Curse not the king, right? The word curse means accused, blasphemy, or make light, trifling, contempt, with dishonor. Can you understand? So what with contempt is you don't like it, you hated it, you're disgusting. You feel disgust over how the person do things, how he behave, his lifestyle. You just don't feel good. You feel contempt and disgust. That is called accuse, curse. So bring into contempt, dishonor, treat with dishonor, right? So or take him lightly, despise the way he live his life, the way he speak. Can you understand? As far as God is concerned, when you do this, don't do it to the king. No, not in your thoughts. Not in your thinking. Because God's gauging. Because for the past many weeks, God said that actually most of you all, if you all don't overcome this, all the things that you do is in vain. It was never in a good book. It was in the black books. Can you understand? Because you're doing subtly, in your silence, in your heart. So don't do this, disgust, contempt the king. Not in your thoughts. Okay? Neither do it, neither curse nor the nobles. The rich means the nobles. The nobles actually is something that's great. They put there as rich, actually it's noble. That's why noble.
Yes.
Neither do this in your bed chamber, means nobody knows, right? When you are sleeping and meditating, you know. For a bird of the air shall carry the voice. That silent speech. Unspoken one, you know. It's a speech, a proclamation, a voice, you know. Proclamation, you know. For birds of the air shall carry the voice, the speech. And that which have wings, it's all the black demons, you know. The black birds are demons.
Recording.
Like raven, you know. Shall tell the matters. So when Shekinah said that you see a lot of all his black books, right? Because of his contention, right? So it become a real life, real life. So from that day onwards, for me, there's a change in me, you know. Due to Jose's incident, correct? So that from this day onwards, I really want to show my allegiance and loyalties. I will not have any evil imagination, evil feelings, regardless of whether I'm right or wrong, doesn't matter actually. That is my allegiance. You understand now? That's my allegiance. Total loyalties. Because it's important that I specify, I try to specialize in this area, that I will not have any black books against me from the demons that have been listening, they've been seeing what I do, especially against Shekinah. In my thoughts, in my action, in my feelings. That's why I say, whatever ball they have been thrown to you, you better do it well. If not, your walk is in vain there. Because when you go for examination, the examiner is going to mark your paper. If you're going to offend the examiner, you won't have a good favor there. Correct? Correct now? Because he's prejudiced against you already. He got something against you. So you make sure that you do not have anything for that guy who marked the test paper. And we are the one who represent God that will give you whether a good report or bad report. Or whether it be your wicked or not. Can you understand? So the first thing you basically need to do is to pass this basic test. Never have any imaginations, evil feelings against both of us who represent the God himself. Can you understand?
Trinity stand in front of the TV.
That's what God says. So it's my walk, so many years that I start to awaken that actually my self-righteousness is a dung to God. It's a filthy rag. Can you understand? So it's not about whether you're right or wrong anymore. It's whether you are loyal or not. Whether you are really allegiant or not. Allegiance can come in various ways. Allegiance doesn't mean that it must be a good king, then you are allegiant. Bad king can rebel, betray. It's not like this one. Loyal means loyal, you understand? You understand? Just like the dogs, Right? How the master beat him, burn him, he still will still stick to the owner, right? Correct? As loyal as a dog, right? So we need to be loyal, no bad feelings, no bitterness, no judgmental attitude. Can you understand? No treachery, the word is treachery. If you are not for a person, not loyal to a person, you're finished, especially to a king, right? Correct? You are no more loyal actually, as far as the king is concerned. You understand? So how often can we find a king find us sinful? He can share his joy, share his sorrow. Very few actually enjoy listening. Actually, that you can see that the person is not loyal. Can you understand? Yeah, because you see the king sinful. You got any problem, joy or sorrow, weaknesses or strength or whatever, he will share with his confidant, correct? How many confidence? Correct, the king have, right? Not many, right? So whether it's good or bad, he still share, right? Because he trusted him that he will not look down at him, correct? Or despise him, right? Correct? Always keep the secret one, never let go one. And always think good one. Never have bad feelings against him. This is royalty, correct? Correct? So just like the emperors have his lawyer unit, correct? In the movie show like this. Or the Kangxi have his Wai Xiu Po, Correct? Wai Xiu Po, Kangxi, the emperors. Some folk, all got some folk, anything also he will share with him, weakness and strength, everything. Because he nothing to hide. He trusts him 100%. You understand? So you must understand what is called a religion. Okay, that is the first step. Okay, that is towards God himself through his representative. Because as you know that the representative also represents his testing, right? Test paper, correct? That is the first test paper you need to pass. Second test paper you need to pass is called the end of the commandment, right? The end of commandment is what? Love, correct? You really need to walk in love towards one another. Out of a pure heart. Be real. Don't be so treacherous, You understand? Be really loyal. Be really real. Sincere. It's fruit of the Spirit. It is a 10 perfect character. Be sincere. Be truthful towards God and towards your brother, sisters, correct? Be sincere, right? Love out of a pure heart. Clear conscience. Okay, don't break your conscience until you so dumb, so not real, not real, so key. Correct? That Paul and Hannah are not real actually. They are hypocrite actually. Can you understand? In appearance only, a lot of masks only.
A lot of masks.
A lot of masks.
Fake.
You understand? Not so real. So we must, God knows who are real, who are not real. Love our pure heart with a clear conscience. And faith that is unfeigned. What is faith? You believe what you are taught. You believe in the truth that will set you free from missing the mark. From failing the test, we call it. Correct? So we must obedience of faith. What you are taught, you obey. Correct? God teach us about love, our pure heart, clear conscience, faith unfeigned. That's the end of all things actually. What God demands of you. Correct? You understand now? And fear God, keep his command. That's exactly what he says. The end of command. You fear God, you really sure that you fear God, you keep his command. And what is the end of command? Is this. You walk in love, our pure heart, with a clear conscience, and faith that is unfeigned. Okay? Towards Trinity in Shekinah, Jesus and LKW with God's representative, which is God himself, towards God, and towards men. Correct? Towards God's children, correct? It's our perfect character. We are training ourselves to walk in this way, right? So, from this day onwards, just remember of the bird. From this day onwards, whatever you think, whatever you feel, make sure that you don't have that kind of missing the mark or giving the enemies a chance to write down. Can you understand? That is your allegiance. That's how you prove yourself to be loyal. Can you understand? Okay? That's very important. Since the raven is covering the whole world, right? The blackbirds, correct? See, I show you the raven.
blackbird, yeah. I don't know what bird lah, but it's a black color.
Blackbird is raven lah. It's a
Not
raven.
crow, huh?
Raven lah. Ua lah, ua. Uya lah.
Raven
uya.
is crow, huh?
Uya
It's the same
lah.
thing, huh?
Crow lah.
Oh, same thing. Okay. I saw black lah, a lot lah, cover the whole earth.
So you can see that whatever Shekinah, Jesus to Shekinah say, correct? Raven, correct? See the raven, correct? Raven is Oreb, correct? Correct?
Yeah.
Raven is Oreb, correct?
Yes.
Oreb came from 6150, correct? It's called what? Darkness, ma. 6150. Darkness. So yeah,
Yes.
to grow dark, right?
Yes.
To the idea of covering, right? There. To the idea of covering,
the
right?
texture.
Which is what? To be darkened, correct? So the raven cover the earth, correct? Correct? There. So Shekinah saw the vision is really from God, one, correct? Raven covered the thing. It's called darken, correct?
That has the word bad omen written on the TV. Can you see now, every one of you?
Correct. So this Bible itself talk about the darkness is here, ma.
Yeah, I must show the whole,
Darken,
whole
correct?
screen. And censorize it.
There's crying for wine in the street. All joy is darkened, correct? So it's bad omen, correct? Correct. All joy is darkened.
Oh yeah,
Correct?
mourning week.
Morning days, correct?
Wake up and march.
Correct. So
Sometimes the thoughts come in, that's why you
Oreb,
must
correct?
reject the
Oreb,
thoughts.
correct?
When you march, you will go off.
Okay. So is darkened now. So the Bible verse is correct, now. Darkened, Oreb means darkened. Correct. Arab, correct. Came from the word, correct. So it's true, Lord. It's true. So
when Jesus and Aaron K. David was sharing, I was convicted that the part about allegiance is something that the evil imaginations and bitterness and also subtle judgmental spirit is. I acknowledge that I have these problems for the past few days. And I appreciate the sharing today in a way that is that it reminds me is that regarding our calling and our destiny is I need to work it out with peace and joy. Is to do everything like the Trinity in Shekinah and Jesus in Aaron K. David, and even Father Jose asked me to do with not just in peace but also with joy. So as I was searching my heart just now, I understand that the part of joy was lacking. And at the same time, I'm actually very grateful and I believe especially when Jesus and Aaron K. David spoke to me, and also Trinity in Shekinah cleansed me as well. When they asked me to do things and I feel a bit overwhelmed or exhausted. And sooner or later, as I was reflected, I was grateful for it. And what I have learned is what I have learned is actually God loved me a lot, because despite all my weaknesses and struggles, He still give me the opportunities to bring fruits meet for repentance. So actually, I come to realize that bringing fruits meet for repentance is actually not really a burden, but is actually a way to walk in truth. So I was also reminded about the Bible verse, the kingdom of heaven is actually righteousness. My inner witness told me that is to remain 100% allegiant to the Trinity in Shekinah and Jesus in Aaron K. David. Peace is to remain peaceful during all the testing, all the offenses, all the tribulations, and all the downcast moments. And joy is ready to have the oil of gladness, to remember to remember the state, like, in fact, when we first heard about our calling, or when we were told about our destiny many years ago, we are actually very excited and also very joyful. But this it's like we didn't guard this. I didn't guard this very well, in the sense of take it very seriously, and it slowly lose out in the things that I went through later on. Yeah, so what I learned is that there are many things I have learned from this session is that I really have to make it a point to guard my heart and guard my thoughts, and to reject all the evil imaginations and all these subtle feelings, and towards the Trinity in Shekinah and Jesus and Aaron K. David. And for the things that I was told to do, to do it heartily. Yes. And always give thanks as well. So in fact, I can understand the mercy from God, in the sense that it came to my mind just now is that it's really about there's a time for everything, because for the last few months, a few months ago, actually the training and the testing were even more intensive and more grueling in a sense. But now it became a bit, the frequency changed a little bit. Is for me to like really to guard my heart and my mind well. So yeah, so that's all.
So are you all happy for the last session, or you all want more session? Actually, last session also you have more time, right, to consider and also to prepare yourself, correct or not? If every week actually you got no time actually even to think, right, correct or not? To consolidate yourself, because training, but it didn't really enough time to really digest and sink it in and walk it out, right? So alternate week is like you really have to walk it out, because things will happen after that, right? Correct? You need time to consolidate and walk it out, to experience it through. Like the word become life, right? Correct?
Yes. So I how should I say that is I feel
Air
that
filter.
Pull out. What are you doing?
No. I want to
so
send to
I feel the love
Pull
of,
out.
send to who?
so I feel the love of God, and it actually motivates me to do better. And I come to realize is that the being rooted in love is actually very important, and also that the anchor of hope and the faith in the Trinity in Shekinah and Jesus in Aaron K. David as well. So when I was bitter, my inner witness told me is that like when I was searching my heart, my inner witnesses told me is that the reason why I continue to press on is because the reason why I continue to press on is because I regard the Trinity in Shekinah and Jesus in Aaron K. David as the only truth. So I've been thinking is that for truth's sake, that's the reason why I have to persevere. And it reminds me about Romans chapter 5 as well. So basically it's from verse 1 to 5, like all the patient tribulation you have to go through, then later hope, experiences hope, but it's the love of God that give us more grace for us to move on. It's okay, no need to read. Yes, so yeah, so I have learned that it's important to resist the accuser in the sense that resisting the accuser in the sense that is actually to reject all the inner voices and the thoughts of rebellions against the Trinity in Shekinah and Jesus in Aaron K. David. That's the reason why we resist them every day, because that's the reason why some of the people left us, because they're
being kicked out.
Were overwhelmed and overcome by all this. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah, because what they got show, some of y'all got permit this testing to perfect y'all, right? For y'all to make a consistent overcomer, right? So that y'all can become worthy to rule with.
Yes, and
the
in
Trinity,
fact,
and
that's the reason why I also came to understand that it's very important for us to not let the root of bitterness to grow in us, which is actually written in Romans 12, because the chastisement is for our own sake, and it's for us to pursue peace. And that's the reason why we are supposed to lay all our weights and run a good race.
20 cent year trigger ball indeed. Okay, bravo, Sherry. Okay. See, the rest of the world have to learn from you all, you understand? Because all of them God not very real one. People only want to hear how real is God in your life. What have you learned in your walk with God?
As I reflect over the years that we have learned
I have learned so many things. Especially these last few years, we learn things that what we call to others is something like not religious type, you know. We learned about the dementors.
Dementors.
Dementors. What you call what they call
Hades, Shaddai.
yeah, Dementor. Then the other one is what
Reapers.
rapers, all these things, and the what you call the Walking Dead one, was they call it?
What? Walking zombie?
Zombie. So many things. And we learned a lot also about simulations on David research, and through SHEKINAIH prompting. So these things we
Trinity and
really,
SHEKINAIH prompting.
Trinity and SHEKINAIH prompting. Then thing is a very what I call
sobering of your mind.
Yeah,
sobering. I see
sobering
this on the
my
TV.
and so new things and what I call you know, although to other Christians they think why we learn all these things, you know, like, because no point knowing about this, you know, it's just knowledge, you know. But it's good to have some knowledge about all these things, you know, about what is happening, even about the nanoparticles, what is happening, you know. Last few days, my friend has sent me, my nephew has sent us in our family group chat about the Great Reset, and then
The what?
Great Reset.
Great
Reset,
Great
yeah.
Reset.
And then my nephew has sent some articles from Zone Code Part 1, Part 2 about this Great Reset. I went through the video, and I found that it's very real to what the research that David has shared with us about all these nanoparticles, nano robots that is happening, you know, if we have these vaccines, you know, and then it's very real. And thanks God that we learned this through all the visions that the members all have, and prompting from the teachers in RMKV and Trinity SHEKINAIH teaching. Then thinking about that, we also very glad that we did not take the vaccines, and we are prompt by the God not to take the vaccines. It's a really amazing thing. I mean, through the visions, we have this foreknowledge, and we think not take this risk, not take this trap that the enemy has set us up. And thank God for that. You know, everybody have benefit from all these teachings. Yeah. And so there was also this about the vaccine things lah. So talking about tsunami, that it did not come to pass for the past few times we've been expecting, but as what David, Jesus and David spoken, that we should not be worried about when it comes, but just believe that it comes, and when they come, we are already prepared, and then our mind is prepared, everything is prepared, then that's it, Lord. We just let God be God. We can't do anything, you know. Just not to get ourselves what I call offended. We should not get ourselves offended. That is not come. So yeah lah. I mean, we just have to maintain our our 100% allegiance in all ways lah.
So that you protect yourself, your family, and your country
So in all things, we also had to keep our peace lah, and enjoy lah in all things that we do, and just let God be God, Lord. We just do our part to be obedient in faith, and there's one thing I was sharing with my friend the other times. I was actually sharing him about this great reset. Of course, I did not think about our church talking about vaccine, but I direct him to the great reset. You go and read about great reset, then you will know about vaccine and what the enemy is trying to do. What is the United Nations, the World Economic Forum is doing? These have been exposed to a lot of people know. I think, So I was sharing my friends about this in a way, like say you just read the great reset. But in the end, I was being bombarded by him lah. Say, why you know so much for what? This type of thing. Is this side too knowledge, no need to know so much one. Just know that the mainstream Christianity mindset is like that lor. So we can't change them lah. It's up to them. I say it's up to you. Want to pursue it, want to believe, it's up to you lah. I'm not forcing you. Just to share with you the knowledge that you can also read out and read yourself. So my mind was thinking, all these current Christendom, they have the Christianity, the mindset was so much different from us, because we are more, sort of, in a way, say up to date lah. In a way, yeah. This is a blessing to us. No more.
Okay, excellent sharing. Says the 3D. Next, 3D, hand the mic to Christina, which is Deborah.
Actually, whatever it is all about allegiance. When you lack of allegiance, actually I noticed that there's whatever you want to do, you can't do much also.
Share your personal experience so that people can relate and learn from you.
Yeah, it's certain days, I feel weak, and I sort of lay off. Didn't pray, to God, and to get rid of those kind of mind and all those thoughts, Then when you get up, you go to the office, you have to work, sit down and work, your mind just go blank. Suddenly go blank sometimes, Then you got to start to recollect and tell yourself, where's your allegiance, that kind of thing. So, yeah. And there are times also which I try to force myself. I think without God also we can't do much. I noticed that. So that's why, once in a while, when I got food, I ask you to help me.
Even a cup of drink, you can do that.
Impartation. So I noticed the difference after impartation. There is some changes. I started to, be motivated also in a way, one way or another. And then the last one, that the impartation that gave me, also, I was like, like inside, like there's a force to make me move.
What is the impartation the last time?
Speed, that kind of thing.
Speed?
Speed.
Oh, speed. Oh, speed. God impart speed into her so that she'll work faster.
Yeah. There's some motivation, not
driving force inside you.
Driving force. I want to move faster, that kind of thing. So I started with cooking to move faster.
Correct.
And to do better.
Yeah.
To prove myself I can do it, you see.
So God will strengthen you, who do through you.
Yeah, because I so when Trinity tell me to do to cook, also have to cook now. I was like, oh my God, so many years never cook, and my cooking is
Very
not
nice.
very fantastic. No, I
But
said what
it's very
happened
nice
if
to all of us.
I was so worried what happened if you come out like
At least they eat.
I don't want to say that word. So that's why I was also praying. I said,
But he's very picky in choosing food, okay? But he eat means you pass.
thanks God. So I said, okay lah, I must prove myself. I say, I think with God's help or what, that kind of thing. Then I try lor. So I'm glad also that the Trinity like the food.
Tastes nice,
and,
what?
Jesus in KTV also
Yeah,
like it.
yeah,
My
yeah,
first food was
Christina eat cook food. I say, okay. Hey, Hannah, she said, tell her don't cook anymore, don't bring up. Because never use the
my
heart.
first try was the brinjal.
It was super nice, that one. Eat already, a bit only, give us little bit only. Then all this after that, boil it, tampon. Like Japanese, just give you a little bit only.
Because I was worried.
But I know packing that time very little.
I was very worried that it turned out not nice,
Oh no, it's nice.
And then,
Must give
the
us
night
more because
before-
only one dish.
No, the night before also I was wondering what to cook also. Then I saw your video, Then one of the videos you sent to us also about cooking the brinjal also. Then I recollected, because I watched lah. Then I said, maybe I try to make that one. Then improvise a bit myself, So, try lah.
Very nice.
Then I didn't know it turned out okay.
Very nice. It's the nicest I've ever eaten.
So, sometimes it's the allergen, And then we need to keep talking to God and pray to God.
Yeah.
And then
Depending on him.
Depending on him and cast out also
Correct.
substance thought and
Correct.
all
Correct.
those things. Then you go away, then you
Well, because those things create mental block.
yeah.
You have to get rid of that, all this mental block, right? Then God's brain can work.
Yeah.
Divine
So
brain
I'm
can
trying
work.
very hard now also.
We have to cling on to
And
God.
we have to
Because
pray.
God don't want us to use our flesh to serve Him. Don't want to use our own human mind to serve Him or heart. He wants us to use His mind,
Yeah.
His heart, His spirit moving through us. Then it's gold, ma. Your work will be, when it's burned, become gold, silver, and bronze. If you use your own effort, it's all ashes, wood, all burnt off. No reward in heaven.
So I must keep talking to him and praying.
Understand? God wants you to depend on Him.
That's why I keep reminding myself, I must keep talking to God and to pray to him.
Correct.
And then I also remember you tell me that to talk to God also. God
Yeah.
wants to talk to me. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to
You're serving God.
telling myself also, my inner heart was saying that I
Yeah.
must do it. So I'm also trying to touch on God's words and try to pray every day,
Yeah.
to cast out all the carnal mind and cast out all the negative thoughts.
Yeah, correct.
I have some negative thoughts also.
Must cast it out one. These are all the snakes, all the evil spirit.
Yeah, I have some struggle inside also as well. So
Must
I'm
cast it
trying
out.
to cast
Every
it
day
out
must
and
cast
to
out.
let it go so that I can concentrate more,
Correct.
be more focused.
Correct.
Otherwise, I don't know. Sometimes when I go to the computer, I start doing it. I want to do that thing. Then I remember, this is the step. Then suddenly, I don't know why, I do it and then the thing doesn't work. So I'm also very anxious and very frustrated also with myself. I said, why this thing can happen? I just don't understand also. Then
Spiritual
I was
blockage.
struggling. I
Spiritual
was
blockage.
struggling there for almost 1 hour trying to figure out what is it. James knows about it. Anyway, I also am trying to fight, to cast this off. To overcome this.
Correct.
And I'm praying hard also that God will help me and speed me up with my learning and to focus, really be focused on my work.
Must
speed
actually
it up.
every day to prayer and even DVDs also every moment, every scan had to pray and all
Yeah.
for focus and concentration and precision. Because the enemy will try to distract with a lot of thoughts.
Yeah. And block me.
Correct.
Sometimes you think already before you
If
do. You
you
know what
think
you want
means-
to do. After that, you sit down, you have to do.
You must cleanse it. You must
Suddenly
cleanse the
forgot
place.
already. The thing gone away.
You must quickly write down, or
Trying
maybe.
trying to recall.
Ask God to help you remember.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the thing. I'm trying to overcome it. So got it.
It's
Help
actually it's very easy. Repent, bind, break, when pakasa, repeat the opposite and go on. And then shut out anything that's not from God lah. You know, and then continue to tell yourself, you know, speak out lah. Silence the voice of the enemy.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. Amen. We do that.
Okay. Okay, great progress. Okay, good. At least some progress,
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank NKDB for clarifying the word allegiance. So it has given me a broader and deeper understanding of the word allegiance. So to me, all this while, allegiance has just been like, obedience and don't question and for. But it gives me additional thing, the reason behind being obedient and not to question the loyalty part and the trusting part, the kind of thing. So yeah, it gives me a better understanding lah. Right. Okay, and regarding what I experienced this while is I want to share add on the previous meeting. I had this cleansing, right, about being delivered from this what they call is temptation, the lust of the flesh, right? So I've been struggling with it all this while. Mentioned success here and there, but starting last week, the last fortnight, right? This fortnight, so I began to think of the cleansing, the what do you call it, the emptying part, when we got the lava and the light and so called the thing, the cleansing part. No, it's it's being dividend is helping, and especially on the dismissing of the thought, right, where you have to nip the thought in the bud, then it helps. It's effective. Otherwise, I had to struggle with it a lot. But then I started to try this way of use the thought, dismiss the thought, not saying just empty myself and dismiss the thought, right? And you find that I'll be able to control it better, and then things go back to normal. Otherwise, you got to dwell.
Spirit of lust, understand? Spirit of lust. After all the toilet parts and the thoughts. So, give the thoughts, then it will stir you up. So you have to talk command to bind, break, and cast it out. If you don't, right, then you will be in control, and then end up you are being controlled to do the act, into the full swing. Understand? It all start from the thought is stirred up. You have to actually talk command to cast it out. Then after that, once it cast out, you feel the feeling also go, then you'll be okay already. It's a spiritual thing, understand?
Yeah, so that is
okay.
Well, this is one of the things that I have gone through the past week. I find it very liberating.
Very what?
Liberating, yeah.
Liberating,
Because,
yeah. Coming out from many jails and also chain up every organ being break out, and all the iron pad that lock away every cells are being broken.
Yeah. okay. Yeah, I haven't felt that light for that long already. I feel very light this past 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he make it a point to overcome it, the thoughts.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very good to be able to overcome things, no matter how small, but it may seem okay. And then on all this so far on the tsunami thing,
Mm.
right? So yeah, I've always I mean find that it's a bit outlandish, but the years I've learned to take it, the step of faith in the sense that there's no such thing. I mean, faith requires us to believe in outlandish things, right? I believe that it is God's way of testing, right? Because thing, if you can figure out, then it is no longer faith, right? That's what I feel. Okay, so that's and all this journey, what we call journey this far is just a walk as a step, walk in faith. And then the books have told us that all this testing, that different types of squeezes, mental, physical, emotional, right, and so forth, out of this world and so forth. I mean, the books have somehow prepared me for all this lah. I mean, some of this lah. So it makes a bit easier for me, right? Of course, in my heart, I would have hoped this thing won't come yet lah. So I was very glad that I was told that we are not ready to. That's why the tsunami was delayed. You see, but at the same time, it's also not very good because it's we are not ready for the question. So it's not a contradiction, but actually a reprimand is that we are not ready. That's why it didn't come. So and then because if it didn't come, then the what they call the mockers will have a few days. It's also no good, right? Of course, it is God's mercy to delay it, you see. And it's also for our growth and our own motivation to get ourselves ready to be that we be more effective in our calling, right? So that our self through salvation is for us to work out our perfect ourselves, right? No matter how hard it is and how possible it may be, but with God, all things are possible.
Indeed. To really run the tree by board. They're holding.
So it may be like a big contradiction, like say, oh, God say it happened, it didn't happen. So because most people would go back to the scripture as one of the tests of prophecy. So if somebody says that this thing don't happen, then false prophet. But we have to look at a larger picture. Like Noah had to warn people for 100 years, right? But so our tsunami was very urgent. But it is so I look at it on the positive side, because if not for the urgency, we would not have done some of the preparation. And I also believe that the preparation is going to take us on to finish our preparation, not for the tsunami alone, but also for other purposes. As you can see, that
I saw the word for World War III and IV written on the TV also.
Yeah. So there may be other purposes. God always sees many steps ahead, right? So
Indeed, written on the TV. Indeed.
So it's always best not to question it, just obey, and then we will understand later on. So obedience comes first, and then understanding, right?
Mm.
I think that would
Definitely written on the TV.
because things are too complex for God to explain everything to us. Even we got to understand, with our limited understanding and so forth, and our carnal mind just cannot see it.
Mm.
We make it easier for ourselves, right?
Mm.
Well, tsunami didn't come on time. Doesn't matter, right? I'm glad for it, but I'm also glad that I'm able to finish the preparation and I move on to another step. So because of that preparation, the was helps in Malaysia in being able to stay out, right?
Mm.
So because if not for that, also she would not have stayed up there or moved out. I'm glad for her to be out, right? So at least now she tells me that because she's out there, she's able to she's more free and can try a lot of things that will helpful in our preparation.
Mm.
Just learn the skill, one or two,
Life skill,
like life skills,
survival skill.
and this is something. And then she learn about more about food, preservation about food. Like she discover even how to make tofu,
Mm.
right? Which now we never thought of it, right?
Mm.
Things like that, very interesting. And of course, like this sharing session, it's very important to hear of other people's struggle and how they overcome and how God works in their life. Very encouraging and very educating, enlightening. So let me see that's how. Yeah, in terms of like the regarding on the merger of the firm. Well, this about 2 weeks ago, this I was asked to share on merging of firm, right? About practices.
Merging of company, firm.
Yeah, we're trying to merge our practices together, right? So
Currently, I thought you merged with the UK, like part of their chain of companies, partnership.
yeah, true, but no, we are using the franchise name. See, but then all the various partners here are actually practically on their own. They just merge under a brand name, but they still kept separate entities because we use the first name and then at the back they are different. Just like me, I use the word Macmillan, but I have the word Mia at the back, you see.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all in the Macmillan group, Macmillan Woods group, but each firm is separate. You see, we have, like in my case, Macmillan Wood Mia, somebody else, Macmillan Wong,
Okay.
or Macmillan Wood Chew, like that.
Come down to that.
Yeah. So we are legally we are separate.
Mm.
So there's a proposal. We have this talk. Is why not we come together? Well, after all, the industry also is encouraging people to come together because right now the auditing profession is getting very challenging. Because regulators start imposing a lot of demands. So and then
Ridiculous law.
all this, and then we have the industry have also adopted standards, so which is very demanding and it's not possible for one person to be able to handle all these things.
Yeah.
Right. So you need checks and balances and so for monitoring and all kind of stuff. So you need more people to be able to operate a system like that, is the of check and balances to comply
Right.
with standards.
Yeah.
So therefore, it makes sense for firms, partners to come together in one group. At least you can say that, oh, each person has a specific role in the firm.
Mm.
Otherwise, if you are alone or 2 or 3%, then you say, how do you design a system that is effective, that where you all do different roles?
Yeah.
If you are not, the numbers are not big enough, then you'll be doing take on different roles. I mean, many roles they may be not only not effective, but also there may be a conflict, is it? Because
Yeah.
you're not able, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just toying with the idea, and then I checked my headgear and stuff, and then how to share on the gear. So I didn't really prepare, but I just went in there on the Zoom meeting,
Mm.
and then I just rattled off for 10-20 minutes how that is, why we need. I say why we need, how we merge, when we need to merge, and then also assure people that if they merge, they wouldn't go and autonomy. That's the thing I was pressing on. Right. But then there are other people who wanted to do like a full merger, but I was cautioning against that because I say it's much of a culture shock, and then may lead friction rather than synergy. Because when we work together, we're supposed to have synergy. But if you have friction, then the wasted effort. Because
Precisely.
each of us, we are so used to practice on our own. We have our way of managing our finances. So if we were to cede control of our finances and put it under one center control, then everything is stable. Then it may impact our finances because we are used to spend in certain ways and we have certain commitments. If we were to limit it and things like that, then it will put unnecessary pressure on our finances, which I think is unnecessary. So that's why I requested prayer from requested prayer. And the impartation that I saw was now in the mission. The other day I was unable to, I saw the message late. So I think based on the vision I saw, way forward according to the vision, the impartation is in accordance with what the impression I had earlier, which is that we should come together, like the vision says that we are together, eating pizza, like as a we are all
But your
sharing.
voice is intermittently cut off, no? Your voice is intermittently no voice.
Oh, I see. Voice. Okay. So remember the vision I typed just now?
Yeah.
I tend to something like support or confirm the way to go, which is we merge, but we come together to work together under one entity, where like we are in the same conference room, partake of the same food, the pizza or the sandwich. But the pizza is like it's round, but take a piece of it, so we are all sharing with it. Right? And then the sandwich, I think sandwich is actually made out of different things you pile together, right? Got different layers. So that is also signifying our coming together and merging, where we bring in different roles and talents and so forth, right?
Mm.
And as we
Confirm,
share it,
confirm,
then we eat it.
confirm on TV.
Yeah, and then as we eat it differently, that means everybody is allowed to have their own way of managing their affairs, lah,
Mm.
right? Like
That's
some eat
correct.
with plate,
Look on the TV, yeah.
yeah. So that's the way it is, lah. So this, I mean, yeah, I would propose this way to go forward, lah. So as a first step to
Trinity stand here, three rubber, fully agreed, fully agreed, fully agreed.
yeah, yeah. So I thank Trinity for that vision again, and bring this to my partners and push for this way of doing it, lah. Because this way will be effective, lah.
Trinity
else,
in SHEKINAIH, actually, so thank the Trinity in SHEKINAIH.
Yeah, thank the Trinity in SHEKINAIH
Yes,
for the vision,
yes.
for the revelation.
Yeah, see the word indeed, indeed, indeed on the TV. Amen. Okay, any more?
Yeah, I think that's about all.
Okay, so you got your question answer already?
Yeah.
Okay, praise God. Okay, bravo, Sherry. At least you overcome the lust of the flesh. Amen. So it's just a thought command only. It's very easy, right? If within 1 second you want to overcome, can one. Amen. Okay, Jeremiah. Jesus, pass the mic to you.
Talking about like what? Okay, actually thought of my mind. I'm trying to share first. Okay, yeah, actually talking about like having any mishap from like any contradicting thoughts. I think I just now I reflect back, maybe I think I had also like, you know, like mine is more of like, actually it was the effect from after the tsunami didn't come to pass, you know, so that part struggled quite a bit, and then giving to like a lot of negative and then unbelief also. And so I think from there it kind of had some open door, and then I start feeling defiled over my whole body. I think especially my legs, I felt so. And it was a bit more serious than the usual I had, because I thought that okay I can just repent, you know, and then like just this, and then it would just leave, but somehow it wasn't enough, you know. So then that's where I told you about it, and then you also helped to pray for me. And but after that, it's like it kind of come back as well. So I had to do like that time what Christina also shared with me, like what she did as well. And I had to do like a few times, like on a daily basis, like to really put a lot of vengeance in casting it out, and then in just saying that I choose to submit to Trinity, Shekinah, Jesus, David, and then even throwing the lava fire over myself, and the arrow of light, and the bombing myself also with the nuclear.
And 360 nuclear.
Yeah, 360. So it's like keep
and
doing
nuclear.
that. Yeah, then I think slowly it starts to clear already. And like, yeah, I felt much more lighter already, and no more of the pain, because it even came to a point where I do feel the physical pain on my legs also, like that. So yeah, so that was quite real in a sense, like in terms of the consequence of it when you actually fall into either Gehenna, Hades, or either Tartarus also. So yeah, I can resonate as well, you know, like in terms of especially the last meeting, the last video talk about the
which is 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago meeting.
I'm talking about the other video that says about the delay in the tsunami because
okay.
the house not ready, and then have to be 100% allegiant. So yeah, initially I also felt a bit offended in a way, like why so not consistent, you know, that kind of feeling. So also had a thought before, like I think like Hezekiah also. That's like, need to be 100% allegiant, then only will come out. Then no need to be 100% allegiant now. Don't want to come. You know? So but I think I also kind of spoke that a bit out of spite as well, you know. So maybe that's where also I think I now understand, you know, that all these subtle like challenge, or either you offended also, then it just kind of open doors to all these inallegiance, and then unbelief also. Yeah. So yeah, actually for me is I feel that the immediate effect in terms of like my body, like in terms that way. Yeah. And what else is like what I want to share? Yeah, I can't remember another one. Yeah, I think also like this one it just happened a very brief one, but thank God nothing happened. No real consequences. But I think when I was driving one time also, I was also like, I also fall into some negative conflicting thoughts also. Then suddenly out of nowhere, I just heard a bump behind me. I was like, oh no, this somebody knocked me again. But then when I came out, right, I see there was no scratches, no damage at all. It was nothing. So actually, I don't know what. It's like, oh, just a scare. And so then I realized that, oh, okay. It's like, I felt like God was telling me like, don't let your mind run wild, you know, and start to fall into any of these contradicting or negative thoughts again, really. So yeah, I just had that experience. So I just remember like, okay, yeah, it's quite, I do feel like the chastisement is also quite fast, you know, for me. Yeah. And then, then talking about
so Melissa case, whenever she got contradicting thought, her leg will feel defiled, or body, or she'll have like accident, that kind of thing. People like bump into her, right?
Yeah. But thank God this one, there was no damage at all. Nothing.
Then what it just suddenly she entertain some negative thought, then quickly they heard the bump, then quickly she reject it. You understand? Because your life, because now is I see this one, instantaneous happening has been activated 100%. Last time got activated bit by bit, understand? But now it's 100% already, so it's faster. 你想到就 happen 了 like she just her work 29% is straight away 气 start away already, instant one, understand? So it's instant one, then who say one also instant one, understand? So everybody is instant one, understand? Because different season, because he says endurance 0, right? So 70 is 100%. Okay, continue. Jeremiah is very good. Continue.
Yeah. So I'm also starting to learn a bit more. So like what Daddy David also always keep telling us, like, yeah, okay, Trinity, SHEKINAIH can see something, and then but then if you don't see it happen, is you know you shouldn't be so quick to be offended, you know, and then because that's where you open yourself again to defilement, all the negative and the unbelief also. So I'm also like learning. I'm actually slowly picking up also and learning this, like not to be too easily offended with that. Yeah. But in fact, I also do acknowledge that I see that a lot of things are really happening around the world. Like actually to me, where a real shocker is to hear there's drought in Europe and US. Especially Europe for me, because I've never heard such news before that a drought can even happen in Europe, a developed country. Normally you hear it just maybe in Africa, those poorer countries, less developed countries, but I've never heard people in Europe where that.
I send you a video now, drought in Europe and also in US. The river are all drying up, literally drying up. The river that supply water, irrigation for their drinking, for everything is drying up, for industry. It's drying up, US and Europe. Very bad, no, very bad.
Yeah, so it will definitely aggravate the foods. The food
Even the
prices.
Hoover Dam, right, the water becomes so little now. Hoover Dam. Hoover Dam. Oh, very little water.
Yeah, just to prove that they're not really exaggerating, because they even have I saw the news that they even have to come up with restrictions to all the citizens not to use too much water. It's like some of them, they say they cannot even have grass, green grass outside their house. They have to remove it because green grass consume a lot of water, so they must remove it also. So there's a lot of restriction imposed also, that they cannot simply
and then
use
they cannot even plant vegetable, no. Consume a lot of water, so they also restrict on planting.
Yeah.
In Europe,
Is that bad?
I saw a lot of documentary. Real happening. And remember, God said the earth become more and more not able to plant food because of drought, right? The ground cracking. Isn't Trinity announced in the heaven broadcast weekly, right? It become unsuitable for planting crops anymore. That's why they're going to grow food on the machine, right? Then become all GM, all the food, right? Made for machine, remember? Modified one, right? And that is the one that after God say you feel that eat already, you feel, hey, don't know which part not feeling well, don't know why, I just don't feel well, but I just don't know where, you just can't catch it, don't know where, because say this is the one. They grow, for example, they can use the plant food and go into animal meat. Use a machine, mutate the DNA, to reorganize it, change the structure, you understand? So it tastes different. And Melissa, Jeremiah and Thomas asked me, can we eat? Is it safe? And then they try to make salmon out of plant for crops in Israel, and it tastes really like real salmon. But inside there, are using plant GMO, mutate all the DNA, all the structure, so that it tastes like different things. But these are the things that God say, right? In the last day, no food, they're going to do all these things. So what will happen? So all your cells also all mutated, all become, don't know like what. Your hormone all will be all haywire, tell me. All your immune system, everything do. Yeah, even in, yesterday I went to Nets, 2 days ago, I saw they start to sell, vegetable chicken. Chicken made of vegetables, made of soya bean, chicken. Yeah. And then they put there all frozen. This is a new chicken, Put there in NTUC, I saw, I dare to buy. It looks very delicious. Look, the picture looks very nice. I dare not to buy. It sounds like for us, vegetarian makes a lot of sense. I dare not to buy. Okay, Jeremiah, continue.
Yeah. And also, because I've been to UK before, and then I know I was there in the summer, and summer is normally the highest goes to 24 Celsius.
Yeah.
But this time I hear the news, it goes up to 40 Celsius.
Can you imagine from 24 to 40 Celsius for summer? Can you imagine they are, now I read also the news. They normally don't need aircon now. All the aircon all snatched out, they're out of stock, Because it's so hot, you understand? Because UK people don't need aircon one. They don't, now it's like 40 degrees. Can you imagine from 24 to 40 degrees summer, that is the sky, how many percent increase? Almost 100%, right? That is really, that's what they call climate change. And it's going to be, they're going to be for good, It's not going to be just come and go. It's going to be like this, Even now, all the countries say that, even all the experts, they say that all this climate change is going to stay for good. It's not going to go away. It's going to be a new norm, they say. Every country in the world, every scientist they interview, all come out with all the same thing. So can you see whatever God Trinity in me prophesy, right? Decree and pass judgment, it's already coming to pass. It's just that we never take stock, go back and check what Trinity have announced. And then you check with the happenings. It tally, now it's happening. It's already been executed. No need to wait until 30 years, 50 years, it's already happening now. Right? The mega ego that David think, maybe 50 years time. No, it's now. Right? Continue, Jeremiah. Jesus passed the mic to you.
Yeah, actually, I think because I watch a few videos in YouTube really, so somehow they track that I watch all this, so they always appear in my YouTube feed. That's why
Yeah.
I always get to see all the updates, like wow, all this country here and there
Yeah,
moving.
I've been watching as well to keep track. Right? The prophecy come to pass.
Yeah, yeah lah. So I think that's also another reason lah, for having to just stay out here in this place, because definitely need another place to store the food. Otherwise,
Yeah. Now you're more committed, right? Your mom's place, you
Yeah.
have no right to make any decision. You cannot do anything actually.
yeah,
There's nothing you can do when you stay in your mom's place.
yeah. Actually, I think it's true also. Like when I was trying to figure out, I think it's like cannot figure out any. Doesn't seem to make sense to me. Like when you're stuck in the carnal thinking.
Mm.
But then somehow, like after you put the scroll into me, and then it just kind of opened my mind to also realize that I think it's also another plan that Trinity Shekinah Jesus David is also letting me another part of the script of my life.
Mm.
It's like another level of
Faith.
progress.
Mm.
Yeah, faith and progress.